Hi, my name is Jamie. I live in Saudi Arabia and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It did yesterday, and if you're wondering, yes, my eyelashes did just now get stuck together. Sorry about that. Anyway, hi. If you're new here, welcome. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm a nice lady and I talk about indie brands a lot and other fun things. Boop. That's all it takes. If you are returning, thanks. That's nice of you. Good to see you. How are you doing? Today what we're going to be talking about is I have purchased like 6 new foundations and I have been trying them and wearing them over the last couple of months. I'm just going to kind of roughly start. I can't remember exactly when the newest one came. I want to say March. So from March until now, I have purchased 6 new foundations. Madness, I tell you. And I am going to rank them from least good to the best. Yeah, that's how that goes. Worst to best, that one. And there's going to be like kind of a pros and cons list, and I'm going to discuss that along the way. So if you're into that, please feel free to stick around. Let's get into it. So in last place, number 6, is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 210N, and this is the problem. This shade sucks for me. It is so yellow. So I have a video up today that I'm looking at with this foundation in it, and I am so 2 different colors. And I mean, I kind of am anyway, from like face to neck. And I gotta be honest, I feel like I'm a weird shade that isn't quite right. I don't think I'm ever getting my shade quite there necessarily. And also, I should say I have very yellow blush on. So if I look yellow, it's because I put yellow blush on. That does track. So this, however, is so yellow on me, like outrageously yellow. Let me just show you, shall I? I'm gonna put a little on, say, my finger, and I don't know that you can see that. I hope you can see that. I can see that. It's quite yellow. And as it goes on my face, it just gets darker and darker, I feel. It does maybe oxidize. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to test that out. But it is absolutely the wrong color. I do like the finish. I do like how it wears. I am just so deeply unimpressed with the color that I'm sad about it. And then that leads me to number 5. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Foundation in the shade 3P. And this is too light. Too light, too cool. Now, do I have a deal for you? When you put these 2 together, that's when it starts looking okay. So where I haven't put blush on is like right here, and this is a mixture of these 2 foundations. A little bit more of this to a little bit less of that. And yeah, I just can't tell how much I like the coverage of this foundation because it is too light and too pink. And it was not enjoyable. I want to love it. I want a different shade so that I can mix the 2, but I may just do this until the end of time, probably, because this is a lot of foundation, my friends. I would like this in a different shade, but I've got to investigate that a little further, and it was expensive, and I'm upset by this. Likewise, this was also not cheap, but yeah, that's shade matching for you. Good times. In number 4 position, I believe, is the Kiko Milano Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation in the shade Warm Rose 01. Now this is just silly. This is also the wrong shade, also a little bit cool, and I feel that if I could just get the right shade, I would really like this foundation. As it is so light. I can kind of warm it up, and I feel like maybe this will work in the winter months. But I'm disappointed in myself mostly that I did not push a little harder in the store to get the right shade. It's my own fault, really. And also, yeah, just, I'm hard to match. I'm just hard to match, I gotta say. So, leading up to this, number 3, this is the RCMA makeup palette. I believe this is the KA, so this is KA 1, 2, 3, KA4, and KO2. So this is a foundation palette. This is a wax-based foundation. It is a little different than other, obviously, like liquid foundations. So what you do is you scoop it out of the pan and then you can choose to thin it, or you wait for it to emulsify a little bit and then you can start playing with it. It is a very flexible, very adjustable formula. You can mix all of these together. I also have the highlight and contour palette as well. These together, $60, $70, not cheap at all, not at all. And I'm concerned about the volume of this. It is, however, gluten-free and cruelty-free and vegan. So ethically, great foundation. However, it is so messy. It doesn't exactly have the coverage that I'm quite after too. I think it's really good for like really nice events. If I really wanted natural coverage, if someone were to come up and be really looking at my face, I would prefer to use something like this as opposed to something that was a little bit thicker. But for the occasion where I'm, you know, not so subtle in my makeup, not the right vibe for me. And it just takes time. It's a bit time consuming. It's not something I can just like pop on and go to work in. It takes time to warm up, but there's pros and cons to that as well. It's very adjustable, very flexible. It just takes too much time. Too much time. Next up, I wore this today and I need to really give it a more solid wear test, but my initial couple impressions are pretty good. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Fresh tint with SPF 50 and vitamin C. I'm not ranking it number 2 because of the skincare aspects. I think it's a good shade for me. And it does feel very comfortable on the skin. I've enjoyed wearing it when I have worn it. It's held up pretty well. And I'm curious to see how it goes in the future. It's a good color for me. Number 3, it's good. I like it. It's inexpensive as well. That's the other thing. All of these other foundations, with the exception of the Kiko Milano, are pretty dang expensive. This, good price. Good price. However, number 1 has to be the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I have it in the shade 6.5. And right now, this is so nice for me. I think that the color is really good. It's very flexible. It's a bit more forgiving. It doesn't have an incredible amount of coverage, but it is buildable, especially if I use a concealer around my eyes prior, then I am perfectly happy with the coverage of this foundation. It's very comfortable. It doesn't look like cakey and nasty and heavy. It just breathes on your skin really well. It's very, very beautiful. And also, cost effective. I did have to order this from Amazon in the UK. It's not available in the US as far as I know. I'm gonna have to double check that. But if you can order from Amazon in the UK, it's a good foundation. I did end up having to spend a bit more money to get it here, so it ended up being more like $20-ish, and I think it's like $12.99. But baby, it's a nice foundation. I'm also going to be going through my foundations here fairly soon. I should mention as well, this, I don't know how to feel about this. I got this Ekansu, what is it? Radiant Glow Luxurious Multi-Use Skin Perfector. I wouldn't call this a foundation per se. I need to do a comparison between the Charlotte Tilbury, you can see how this has gone, and this product as well. I wouldn't, again, kind of call these foundations by any means, but it's worth a comparison. So I may have to do a video like that. So I kind of left this out in the ranking on purpose because I haven't done that comparison yet. And I don't really feel that it's by and large a obligate foundation. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for watching this super fast little video. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or if you just want to tell me how your day's going. And I will see you next time. And keep an eye out for this video with this eye look, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.